Reset, reset.
You gotta say Rocky like it's action. You go.
Before we dive into this absolutely wild story that has the internet going completely insane right now, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss what happens next on Celebrity Program TV. Trust me, this one's going to blow your mind. So picture this. You're walking through the East Village in Manhattan on a random Tuesday afternoon, maybe grabbing your coffee, scrolling through your phone, living your life, and then you look up and see A$AP Rocky down on one knee proposing to Margaret Qualley right in front of the Astor Place subway station. Yeah, you heard that right. A$AP Rocky, who's been with Rihanna since 2019 and has 2 kids with her, is proposing to Margaret Qualley, who literally married Jack Antonoff just last year. Your brain would explode, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to unsuspecting New Yorkers this week. And the photos that leaked online sent shockwaves through social media faster than you can say haute couture. But hold on, before you start thinking this is the celebrity scandal of the century, before you start wondering if Hollywood's most famous couples are falling apart, there's a twist to this story that makes it even more interesting. This wasn't a real proposal. This was Chanel. The iconic French fashion house orchestrated this entire scene as part of a secret project that they're keeping tightly under wraps. And honestly, the level of secrecy and the way they executed this is genius marketing that has everyone talking. Now let's break down what actually happened here because this story has so many layers it's like peeling an extremely expensive, fashion-forward onion. Chanel confirmed to Women's Wear Daily that Rocky and Qualley were indeed filming something for them, but they're playing it close to the vest. Their official statement was basically, "We're working on a project that's still confidential. We'll share more information at the appropriate time." That's it. That's all we got. No details, no context, nothing. Just enough to confirm it's real but not enough to satisfy our curiosity. And that's exactly what makes this so brilliant. Chanel knows how to create buzz, and boy did they create buzz. The timing of this whole production is absolutely crucial to understanding what's really going on here. This little street theater performance didn't happen by accident or on a random day. It happened just weeks before Chanel's Métiers d'Art show in New York, which is scheduled for December 2nd. And this isn't just any Chanel show, this is massive. It's the brand's first runway show in New York City in 7 years. 7 years. Let that sink in. One of the most prestigious fashion houses in the world hasn't shown a collection in the fashion capital of America in nearly a decade. And now they're coming back with a bang. But wait, there's more. This show is also going to be Mathieu Blazy's first Métiers d'Art presentation as Chanel's creative director. The pressure is on, the stakes are high, and Chanel is making sure everyone knows about it. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the glamorous and strategic world of high fashion, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because Celebrity Program TV brings you these exclusive breakdowns every single day. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Bruno Pavlovsky, who's the president of fashion and president of Chanel CS, released a statement that gives us a little more insight into why New York was chosen for this momentous occasion. He said, and I quote, "I am delighted that Mathieu Blazy has chosen New York for his first Métiers d'Art show. He will make the creative energy of the city he knows so well resonate with the exceptional savoir-faire of the house. That's corporate speak for, we're about to do something spectacular that merges New York's raw energy with French luxury perfection." Chanel's already been teasing the show with visuals featuring a vintage New York subway map with their iconic double C logo superimposed on it. They're leaning hard into the New York aesthetic, the grit, the glamour, the history, the culture. And what better way to capture authentic New York energy than to film a proposal scene at one of the most iconic subway stations in Manhattan? Now let's talk about the casting choices here because they're absolutely perfect and completely intentional. Margaret Qualley isn't just some random actress they pulled off the street. She's a legit Chanel brand ambassador. We're talking multiple red carpet appearances wearing Chanel designs, starring in campaigns for the brand, and she even walked in Chanel's Spring 2024 runway show. She's embedded in the Chanel universe. She knows the brand inside and out, she embodies what they represent, and she has the acting chops to pull off whatever narrative they're creating. Her connection to Chanel makes her the obvious choice for whatever this secret project turns out to be. Then there's A$AP Rocky. Now he's not officially a Chanel brand ambassador, but don't let that fool you into thinking he's not deeply connected to the brand. Rocky has worn Chanel pieces in numerous public appearances. The man understands fashion. He's a style icon in his own right, and he's been pushing boundaries in menswear for years. He's got the swagger, the charisma, and the cool factor that Chanel clearly wants associated with their brand. Plus, let's be real, putting A$AP Rocky and Margaret Qualley together creates an interesting dynamic that people can't help but pay attention to. And speaking of attention, let's address the elephant in the room. The reason this whole thing went absolutely viral wasn't just because Chanel wanted it to. It was because paparazzi captured the filming and those photos spread like wildfire across social media. People saw Rocky on one knee, saw Qualley's surprised expression, and immediately jumped to conclusions. The initial reaction was shock, confusion, maybe even a little bit of scandal-hungry excitement. Could this be real? Are Rocky and Rihanna over? Did Margaret Qualley and Jack Antonoff split already? The speculation was intense and immediate. But that confusion, that moment of wait, what's happening here, is exactly what makes this campaign so effective. Chanel got people talking, got people sharing, got people invested in finding out what this is all about. Make sure you're subscribed to Celebrity Program TV because we're going to be following this story all the way through to that December 2nd show. And you know there's going to be more revelations dropping before then. The strategic brilliance of this move cannot be overstated. In an age where traditional advertising is becoming less effective, where people skip ads and scroll past sponsored content without a second thought, Chanel created an organic viral moment. They turned a commercial shoot into a news story. They made people care about their upcoming show without explicitly telling anyone to care. They generated countless articles, social media posts, discussions, and debates. All from one afternoon of filming in the East Village. That's the kind of marketing that money can't always buy. It requires creativity, boldness, and a willingness to blur the lines between reality and fiction in a way that gets people engaged. What's particularly fascinating is how Chanel is leveraging the existing relationships and celebrity status of their talent. Rihanna is one of the biggest stars on the planet, a fashion icon herself, and the mother of Rocky's children. Jack Antonoff is one of the most successful music producers in the industry and Margaret Qualley's actual husband. By casting Rocky and Qualley in this proposal scene, Chanel is essentially borrowing interest from these real-world relationships. They're creating a narrative tension that wouldn't exist if they'd cast models or actors without these high-profile partnerships. It's provocative without being disrespectful, intriguing without being scandalous. It walks a very fine line, and so far they seem to be walking it perfectly. The location choice is also worth examining. The Astor Place subway station isn't just any location in New York. It's got history, it's got character. It's instantly recognizable to New Yorkers and to anyone familiar with the city. It's not Times Square tourist trap territory. And it's not some sanitized corporate plaza. It's real New York. The New York that artists and creatives and fashion people actually inhabit. By filming there, Chanel is making a statement about authenticity and urban culture. They're saying we're not just doing fashion in New York, we're doing New York fashion. There's a difference, and that difference matters. So what exactly is this secret project? That's the question everyone's asking. And Chanel isn't giving us answers yet. Is it a short film? Commercial? Part of a larger narrative campaign that will unfold over the coming weeks? Will we see this proposal scene in some form at the December 2nd show? Will there be more scenes filmed with Rocky and Qualley playing out some kind of romantic storyline through the streets of New York? The possibilities are endless, and the speculation is part of what makes this so engaging. Chanel has successfully turned their marketing campaign into a mystery that people actually want to solve. The Métiers d'Art collections are special within the Chanel universe. These shows celebrate the specialized craftspeople and ateliers that create the intricate details that make haute couture possible. The embroiderers, the featherworkers, the button makers, the specialists who have honed their crafts over decades. These shows typically happen in locations that have special meaning or that inspire the collection in some way. Chanel has done Métiers d'Art shows everywhere from Shanghai to Dallas to Edinburgh. Each location is chosen carefully, and each show tells a story about that place while showcasing the incredible technical skill of the artisans. New York is getting that treatment this year, and clearly, the narrative they're building involves romance, urban landscapes, and the collision of celebrity culture with high fashion. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Hit that button right now because Celebrity Program TV is your source for everything happening in the world of celebrity fashion and culture. Matthew Blasey stepping into the creative director role at Chanel is itself a major story. He came from Bottega Veneta where he'd been doing incredible work, and the fashion world has been watching closely to see what direction he'll take one of the most iconic brands in history. This Métiers d'Art show is his first big public statement as Chanel's creative leader. The pressure to honor the brand's legacy while also bringing fresh vision must be immense. Using New York as the backdrop, casting these particular celebrities, creating viral moments before the show even happens, these are all choices that tell us something about what Blasey values and how he sees Chanel fitting into contemporary culture. There's also something interesting happening here with the democratization of fashion moments. Traditionally, high fashion operated in exclusive spaces. Runway shows were invitation only. Campaigns were revealed through carefully controlled channels. The general public only saw the final polished product. But by filming in a public space, by allowing or perhaps even encouraging this footage to leak and go viral, Chanel is bringing everyday people into the narrative. Those New Yorkers who witnessed the filming got to be part of a Chanel moment. The millions of people who saw the photos online got to speculate and engage with the brand. Fashion is becoming more participatory, less gate-kept, and luxury brands like Chanel are figuring out how to maintain their prestige while also being more accessible and culturally relevant. The celebrity industrial complex plays perfectly into this strategy. We live in a world where people follow celebrities' every move, where relationship statuses and public appearances generate headlines and endless discussion. Chanel is tapping into that existing infrastructure of celebrity obsession and redirecting it toward their brand. They're not fighting against the way modern media and social media work. They're using it to their advantage. It's sophisticated, it's calculated, and it's working. As we count down to December 2nd, expect more hints, more teasers, maybe more surprise public filming sessions. Chanel has opened the door to this narrative, and they're going to milk it for all it's worth between now and the show. And honestly, we're here for it. This is fashion marketing done right. It's creative, it's bold, it generates genuine interest, and it respects the audience's intelligence while still creating that sense of mystery and anticipation. What we're witnessing is the evolution of how luxury brands communicate with the world. Gone are the days when a simple print ad in Vogue was enough. Now you need viral moments, celebrity intrigue, social media buzz, and narratives that unfold across multiple platforms and touchpoints. You need to create experiences, not just advertisements. Chanel understands this better than most, and this A$AP Rocky Margaret Qualley proposal scene is a masterclass in modern luxury marketing. So that's the story behind the viral photos that broke the internet this week. What looked like a shocking celebrity scandal turned out to be high-fashion performance art designed to build anticipation for one of the biggest runway shows of the year. It's Chanel doing what Chanel does best, creating moments that capture the cultural imagination, blending aspiration with accessibility, and proving that even in 2025, they're still the most influential fashion house in the world. Thanks for watching Celebrity Program TV. If you loved this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be covering everything that happens between now and that Métiers d'Art show on December 2nd. Drop a comment below telling us what you think this secret Chanel project actually is. And we'll see you in the next video where we continue exploring the fascinating intersection of celebrity culture and high fashion.